All right, so here we are. Time to start talking about this album, y'all. It's Nas and Premier Light Years. I'm gonna tap back in over at Instagram real quick and get that popping. As soon as I got some folks in here, we'll get it cracking. But yeah, let's go live everywhere. Fuck it. Let's just go live all over the place. Got folks pulling up. What up? What up? What up? Trying something new. Little Mechanism Monday action. Doing something different. Cooking enough to the point where we just need to have this discussion. Can't really leave it where it is. Too many people are jumping in and making snap judgments about this project, and I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. I get that you like everybody pulling up over here. What up? What up? What up? Pull up on YouTube. That's where the discussion is happening. Shout out to everybody over here on IG, but the discussion is going down over here on YouTube. Start answering these questions real quick. What up to everybody in here? Let's see. Oh man, that was starting to pack in this joint. Is that a pause? I blame Gap Murder. I blame Gap. I blame. Just wanted to say your song need this is fire. Oh, wow, appreciate it. Better stuff on the way though. But tonight's not about my music. Tonight's about Premier and our good friend Nasir. I really want to get into that. Like that's got to be the thing we discuss it right now. And I'm seeing a lot of different takes on this man. Like a lot. It's really split. It really seems to be a real ill dichotomy as far as was everybody over here on Instagram, pull up on YouTube. It's the exact same name, Mr. Mecca. And oh shit, Caps, what up, bro? I want to see everybody over on YouTube. Pull up on YouTube so we can actually talk. Because this is a conversation that needs to be had. Dead ass. This is people either love it or hate it, and I need y'all to walk me through this. Pinkman to go. What? What's going on, Neff? Fortune over fame. What up, man? Yeah, I need y'all to pull up over here with me and come on over here to YouTube. Let's get this conversation going. I really need y'all to walk me through how y'all are seeing this. If anybody, this is my feelings on the entire thing. E74, what up? YouTube, everybody. YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I want to talk to y'all on YouTube, but I want to talk to you right now. We over here getting it. Okay, well, here we go. Here we go. I get you. But does that mean it's classic, or does that just mean you really like it? So, and I'm asking. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead ass. Okay, here we go. Thumbs up. We live, man. Yes, indeed. Like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know you in this building. Over here, all my YouTube people, like, share, and subscribe. Pull up. You just gotta upgrade. Yeah, I know. I got you. I know. It's not the time to discuss this. Like, I want to get into this album situation. So, as we all know, Primo and Nas put out this Light Years project. It's over 20 years in the making. People have been asking for this album since. I remember the first talk about it was around when Nas's Light dropped. People have been asking Cream and Nas to do a project together. And almost 30 years later, we got the album. And I'm seeing all kinds of talk when it comes to this. All kinds. B74, what up? See, B74 did it. She bounced from over here to over here. This is where I want you guys. You can pull up over here on YouTube. YouTube, same name. I'm going live. It's Mr. Mecca on YouTube. Just pull up. Actually, I got a link in my there's a link in my bio. Angie B, what up? There's a link in my bio over here on Instagram that'll take you right to my YouTube, and I'm live, so just pull up. Everybody funny. Nah, it's just I don't really give too much of a shit about doing this, but I can't be that way anymore. I have to upgrade it. Yes, I'm going to upgrade the camera. Yes, okay. I heard you the first time. Oh wait, that's the same person saying it. Nas and Premier album was solid. Okay. I like the album. People just don't appreciate great hip hop. Listening comprehension is needed. I hear you. So is it that you believe this album is being judged and critiqued by the wrong audience? We're hearing voices from people. We're hearing the voices of people who this album wasn't made for. Do you think? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? I like the album. I don't know. Take charge. Come to YouTube. I see what you're writing, but I need you on YouTube. I need you to pull up over here. Don't cut and paste that exact same thing and put it over here on YouTube. Too soon, just released, like you mentioned. Okay, right. Here's my stance on it, but I don't want to curtail anybody from telling me what they really feel. So I'll save what's your honest thoughts about the album, Caps. Caps, I'm gonna save that for a little later in the conversation. I don't want to lampoon anybody and get folks in a place where they feel like they can't be honest. I want everybody to pull up and tell me what they really think about it. Some great work has to grow on. Some great work has to grow on you. Okay, I feel that. Personally, like the album, related to the critiques with this album and Nas overall, has anyone ever asked him how his pop's influence drives his ear? That's kind of a kind way of saying you think he picks bad beats. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Michael Washington, 3176. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, and I'm listening. But that kind of sounds like maybe his dad's ear for jazz is driving his beats. And driving his dad's ear for jazz is affecting his ear for picking beats. If that's what you're saying, say so. I'm not judging. I'm not anti, but I want to be clear. I think some people don't respect art, which is why they rush to judgment. Yeah, okay. Some Hove albums and Nas for me have had to listen a few times to like it. That's a lot of people. Peace, Kevin Jacobs, peace. Lucky, I like the album. People don't appreciate great hip hop music. I feel you on that. I'm 46. I need hip hop that makes me think and teaches me. That could be that POV could be very. I think that POV is key to the clash that we're having in here, that we're having as far as this album is concerned. I think someone who's 46, someone who's 40 plus, period. I think someone who's 35 plus needs different things from hip hop than somebody who's under 30, actually. I'm going to go 30. I think if you're over 30, you need something from hip hop. You need something different from hip hop than somebody 20, 25 and under. I think needing the rewind factor, needing to be able to, what was that? Like, I think we have a different requirement when it comes to hip hop than someone who's younger. I think if you're 30 and up, what you need from rap music, what you need from hip hop as a culture, is very different than what someone under that needs. And if someone under that is here, if there's somebody in here who's um 30 and under, if there's someone in here 30 and under, please step up and tell me if I'm wrong. Matt, what up? How you feeling, bro? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Hip hop has had a tremendous year as far as I'm concerned. We've got some awesome albums from a lot of different creatives, and people are putting their best foot forward, um, including yours truly. My on the radar went up. Salute to everybody who pulled up in them 3 joints I got pinned to the top of my page on Instagram. Salute to everybody who ran up and gave me some fire emojis. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I want a Fallen Angel Star. Come to YouTube. This is the conversation you and I used to have all the time. Come over to YouTube. I'm at Mr. Met. There's a link in my bio. Pull up. Let's talk about it. I think it might be a combo from Third Aisha. That's a dope name. Third Aisha. That's a fire name. I think it might be a combo, the generational thing. For instance, the nod to Wild Styles' theme on the production of writers might be missed by 2 generations. Plus, it's a classic boom bap. Yeah, no, they're okay. 100%. No one, though, 100%. If you're 25 and under, you're not going to get a lot of these references. You're not going to get the flow pattern that he took from other songs and added his words in. You're not gonna, those little Easter eggs are gonna be lost on you if you haven't done the research. I don't even want to call it research. If you're not a Nas fan and you haven't actually checked his albums, a lot of these little nuances are gonna go missing. So there's definitely that. We've been begging for a premiere and Nas album for years, and when we get it, we got a lot of people not feeling it, and I don't get it. My favorite song off the album was AZ and Nas. Sorry, the AZ and Nas song. That was fire. That was fire. I mean, but again, who said that? Lucky. Lucky, if you check the Meccahnism Monday I just did, I literally just spoke on the three types of reasons why certain people may not dig this album. There was number one, you have contrarians. Contrarians are always gonna tell you, oh, this shit is whack. It doesn't matter if it's dope or not. They're always gonna tell you some shit is whack. Number two, and I think this one speaks to the generation underneath, the 25 and under. Don't forget, a lot of people got introduced to Nas from Hit Boy. That, well, somebody corrected me because I said 5 album run, but it was actually 6. There were 3 King's Diseases and 3 Magics. Like, that's a string. That's a generation's worth of music. Now he released it all in a short time span, which was incredible. But Hit Boy and Primo, 2 very different kinds of production. And if you fell in love with Nas off of what he did with Hit Boy, you have demoitis. You're definitely not gonna, or at least this album's really gonna need to grow on you. You're not gonna be feeling it off the first rip. You want more of what you fell for. So I can completely understand why, if you got used to Nas over 6 different albums with one specific producer, and then you heard this, forget it. Forget it. You are going to be pissed. Silence Ambition. Come to YouTube, everybody. Everybody over on Instagram, come over to YouTube. We're chopping it up right now, and I'm actually getting a lot of good questions over here. I'm actually getting a lot of good things. Oh, and then of course, you can't leave out like the third reason. What was it? It was contrarians, people who grew up on not grew up on Nas. Oh, the detox syndrome. There's always the detox syndrome. You can't get past it when somebody has been anticipating an album for decades, like we have with this. People have been gassing it, not gassing, but people have been looking forward to Nas and Premier doing something for decades. And for us to finally get it, there was always going to be that crowd that had higher expectations. Nas is like what might have been one of their favorite records, and they want an album of that. And because they didn't get it, it's a letdown. They're disappointed. But what they don't think about is there was no way for an album to live up to expectations that you built in your mind over decades. That was never going to happen. That was never going to be a thing. Styles hip hop market. Yeah, man, you're just on the wrong account. Come on over to YouTube. We're right here. Now, I wasn't even considering the hip word. Well, come on over here. We'll talk about it. Quick listen. I think there are a lot of assumptions that it's only younger listeners criticizing, and while there may be some who are, there are plenty of older listeners who are criticizing very harshly too. That was Ari Arrington J. Listen, I completely take that into account, and I 100% agree with you. I think the older listeners, the grown listeners, are the ones who the grown critics are criticizing because of their love for Nas and Premier, and they've expected this album for like 20 years, and now that they got it and it didn't live up to what was in their brain, now all of a sudden it's a bad album. Or they're disappointed. That's the word I see a lot, right? You tell me, Arlington J. Are you seeing disappoint? I'm seeing, oh, I was disappointed, I was let down. And they don't jump out the window and call it whack, but they'll definitely tell you that they feel disappointed by it. Did I just mispronounce your story? Shiloh, get over here to Instagram to YouTube, man. Regan, same thing. YouTube, everybody. YouTube. I got this open to let y'all know that I'm on YouTube. The real conversation is happening over here. I'm about to figure out how I can bring somebody up so we can get on camera and have the discussion. Oh, besides mixing and mastering, I hated that not one of the albums in this broader campaign had shit to say politically about ICE, Trump, etc., etc. Felt like a massive fail. Third Aisha. Um, you know what? Let me be fair. That's a valid criticism because there's no way to stick your head in the sand about what's happening outside, right? Um, and that's a fair criticism. But let me say that art is oftentimes used as an escape for people. It although hip hop has always reflected the reality of the people who are making it, completely fair, totally fair. I completely get you there. However, there are plenty of people who need hip hop as an escape, and maybe not to mention the fact that I mean, look at some of the artists that we're talking about who put albums out over there. Like, all right, De La Soul and Mob Deep, you know, both had members that passed away. I can totally see why they wouldn't necessarily be, making records about making. And De La has never been an overly political group. They've said what was needed to be said, but they've never been overly political, and neither has Mob Deep. Neither has Raekwon. Neither has Ghostface. Neither has Slick Rick. Slick Rick had social commentary in the form of his stories, but he's never been overly political. None of them have. So while I understand that maybe, while I understand that you're disappointed in that, and that's a valid criticism, I got to be honest. I really didn't see any of them doing that, but I get it. I get where you're coming from. I mean, if I'm being 100, the music I'm working on right now, I haven't mentioned any of the above either, and it's not intentional, but it's not where my mind is going. It's not something That's heavy lifting to start talking about, all the political stuff that's happening, especially since it keeps changing. Like the landscape is not sitting still. So I get it, but I get it. It's still a fair critique. I get it. Hip hop is not over. We need the real to rap again. Cultural unity. I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. Third Childhood and Junkie were bangers. The storytelling on Junkie was crazy. Lucky, I agree with you too. Yeah, that was dope too. Siri, find it. Okay. Art is also a weapon to shape reality. That's true. That's true. That's true. If it wasn't, the powers that be wouldn't jump out of the window to control every aspect of it. Everybody who's pulling up on IG, come on over to YouTube. I see new people popping in. Come on over to YouTube. The link is in my bio. Just pull up on my YouTube channel. I'm going live. This is where I'm answering all the questions. If you okay, yeah, the notorious, you joined. Good looking. On another platform. Yes. Come over to YouTube. The link is in the bio. Just come on over, pull up. We're having a good discussion over here, and I really want to keep this going. Brother, I'm seeing that a lot. Also saying that DJ Premier needs to hang it up. DJ Premier needs to hang it up. Much love, brother. Haven't seen you in years, but always respected the ground from back in the Urban Daily days. Wow. Inglorious, do me a favor. Pull up on YouTube. This is where the conversation is happening. I want to see you over here. Come on over. Come on YouTube. Let's keep it going. I'm not stalling. I just needed a minute. I still need a minute. Oh my God. Oh, Angel. Hey, there you go. What's going on, y'all? Good to see you. I changed that username. I did not have known that was you. But I don't want to lose this. Arrington J. Listen to me. Yes, come on over to YouTube. Real Brooklyn Dreams. YouTube. And thank you for those fire emojis. I appreciate it. Yeah, listen. The Primo comment was disrespectful. Listen. Rule number one of journalism, right? Rule number one of journalism, Arrington J. And for anybody listening, I'll go on record with this all day. Always consider the source. You have to consider the source in everything we do. Everything you hear, everything that happens, you got to consider the source. Anybody who comes to you talking about anything, you got to consider the source. Who said that, and who are they to not even, I mean, you can feel how you feel, but what, based on what? He needs to hang it up because you don't like a couple of his beats. The man has had one album and he needs to hang it up. He's not allowed to have a bad album. Even though I don't consider this anywhere near a bad album, but he needs to hang it up because you're disappointed. Bro, people make these bold ass, wide-ranging ass statements and they're corny. They're corny. I don't listen to people who rage bait and clickbait. Like, that's trash, bro. That is the stupidest thing I have heard all year, and we're at the end of the year. That is some dumb shit. Like, people talk like that. For me, they disqualify themselves from the rest of the conversation. We have nothing to discuss. There's nothing further to discuss. You've completely disqualified yourself from having any kind of conversation with me when you say dumb shit like that. Dumb shit like that. That's just stupid. Let's keep this going on. As nice as getting into politics may be invalid, I enjoy being taken into the music to escape the fuckery of our society right now. It's therapeutic. Yeah, see? And again, it's a fair critique. Angel's not saying, Angel and Star aren't saying that it's not valid. It's a fair critique. Nobody's getting on you for feeling that way, that you want that. Um, Even they were not overly political. Don't we mature as humans and address issues that impact all of us? Yes, but not everybody is going to do it through their creative outlet. Not every artist is motivated to create art based on what's happening and based on the fuck shit. And some of them want to cater to their fan base, and if their fan base is not coming to them for that, then it behooves every artist to provide their fans with what they're showing up for. And if you've never heard this group get overly political, there's no reason to expect. Well, it's not fair for you to be disappointed that you're not hearing it now. Like it's not all encompassing to everyone. Although it is all encompassing for everyone. We all have to deal with it. I completely get you, but I don't think that's necessarily a valid critique, right? I don't think it's a fair critique, but I do think it's valid. I want to use the right word here because that makes perfect sense with what you're saying. Bro. I don't want to shit on that, and I get it. I get why you feel that way, but at the same time, I have to respect the artist, and it's not like they're creating in a vacuum. We know what they do. I concur with that comment right there. Pull up. Come on over to I'm seeing a lot of attention over here. Shiloh, what are you doing? And this is your fault. Everybody, when Shiloh gets over here to YouTube, I need us to stop and give him a round of applause because he actually got at me when I did last week's Mechanism Monday um, on the Diddy documentary. He got at me like, "Why don't we talk about this premiere and Nas album?" You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. Something I'd much rather be talking about. Although the whole reason why I did anything on the Diddy doc was not to further exacerbate what's happening on that side. My whole thing is I want artists to understand that Diddy's not alone when it comes to making bad record deals, and we have to stop looking around thinking to ourselves that we have to stop thinking he's the only monster. He learned that game from somebody. Somebody taught it to him, so we just need to. I'm not going down that. Let's stay on the album. Peace, good brother. Thank you for the nuanced take on the project. You respect him. I got you. Uh, Pull up, everybody. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Everybody who's pulling up on Instagram, come on over to YouTube. This is where the conversation is happening. Real Wood Hat. Yeah, Mr. Mac, how you doing, bro? I'm good, but I'm even better over on YouTube. Come on over here. This is where the conversation is happening. There's a link at the top of my bio. Just pull up. Let's keep the talk going. Glad to see you alive. The culture needs your voice. I'm gonna be doing this more often. Probably every Monday after Mechanism Monday. Wednesday and Friday, I'm gonna make it a point to start really pulling up over here, and we can get this kind of talk going. I'm not as connected with you guys as I would like to be. Plain and simple. Bottom line, I'm not as connected to my folk as I want to be, and I really want to be way more connected. And between like working on other people's albums and working on my upcoming albums, I've let all kinds of communication lapse, and I can't. That's not acceptable. So yes, I'll be back around here more often, way more often. So stick with me. It's gonna get better. I don't want to miss. When is Busta Rhymes gonna do an album? Busta has work. He's ready. All we looking for. He's got some business things, but music is not his issue. I'll put it to you like that. Music is 100% not the problem. He's got rhymes galore, pun intended. Ready. Peace, good brother. That one. Peace. Queens and Kings. Salute Max. Still slightly undecided. There's definitely some problems with the record. I feel the scale of expectation on this one is askew, so it's hard to judge. I completely understand that. Not even saying I agree with you. I don't have to agree with you to understand that. I totally understand that. If you've been waiting for this album for 20 years, I said it on Mechanism Monday. I literally just posted it. If you've been waiting on this album for 20 years and you get it, there was no way it was ever going to live up to the hype in your head, which is why I'll tell you my take in a minute. Let me just get through the rest of these. Nas writing was stellar on this project. We clearly are not listening to the same thing. Who said Nas? I haven't heard any critique on Nas's rhymes. I hear like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Nobody seems upset with what Mr. Jones did on the project. And it's a few people seem upset with what Preem did on the project, but it's like the combination of people just saying the album is disappointing or a letdown or this or calling it whack and all this shit. And I see the reasoning for it, but they're not yet. Nas had a great year. He's been the MVP for hip hop releases, some great music all year. I tip my hat. No notes. So the disrespect is ridiculous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's another thing. Like, can our Titans, can our legends, everybody who's pulling up on Instagram, pull up on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. This is where the real conversation is happening. Pull up on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube, like and share, subscribe, push this so more folks know that I'm going to be doing this more often. But please like and hit that like button, hit the share button, hype this up so we can get this popping. Yeah, the disrespect is stupid. Okay, here we go. If Primo would have made boom bap production, folks would have said it sounded dated. He tried something new and folks complained. He can't win. J May Martian. Oh, Jai Martian. Jaime Martian. Okay. I felt like it was boom bap. That's the wild part. Sounded like boom bap to me. It sounded like updated boom bap. If you came in here thinking it's supposed to sound like it did in the 90s, I mean, but Preem makes what Preem makes. At some point, we have to stop labeling it boom bap and just call it DJ Premier production, and then allow DJ Premier's production to evolve and to grow and to stretch out a little bit. Like we gotta let that happen. You can't just keep deciding what somebody does is this sound and then that's the end of it. I think Preem has put in enough work to have his own sound. It's now the DJ Premier style of production, and it's going to grow like all styles of production does. I promise you, Hit Boy did not sound Hit Boy over 6 albums with Nas compared to Hit Boy when he first got started. Hit Boy, whatever his 90s era was, ain't the same. It's the same, but it ain't the same. Promise you. Promise you. People have to get off that. But you got to consider the source of the people who are saying shit like this. Salute Shiloh. Everybody give it up for Shiloh. Please give it up for the producer Shiloh. This whole thing is his baby. It would not be happening if it wasn't for him. I probably wasn't gonna give any kind of coverage to this album for at least another couple of weeks. And I'll tell you why when we start to close this up. But Shiloh is the one who got on me about making it a point to cover this album. So why are we talking about anything other than an album that Nas and Premier just are doing? Why are we talking about anything else? And he's right. So here I am. One time for Shiloh. He's in the comment section right now. Everybody who's pulling up, yes. Shout out to Shiloh. This would not be happening without the bro. Jay Daniel, pull up on homie. Pull up on YouTube. There's a link in the bio. Pull up over here. This is where the combo's happening. Let's go. Keep going live, Mac. Love the conversations. I got you. M Hijack. I got you. Just It's gonna be a regular thing. I got you. Any thoughts on Eric Sermon's Dynamic Duos project? Let's do that next. We can actually cover that on Wednesday. I'm not mad at that. We can actually, but I want to stick with where we are. I don't want to derail the convo. I got you though. Who said that? DJ all day. I got you. And I feel you. It's definitely something to discuss. I'm coming to New York in January. Well, you picked a cold time to do it. I don't know if that's something I would have recommended. You skipping smooth past all the holidays and showing up in January, and it's still gonna be cold as hell. I'm not sure of that, but hey, come on down. Music is also a personal journey and the artist's way of sharing. An artist's way of sharing where they are in that moment in time and in their lives. You're right, Siri. You're right. I'm doing it, and it's weird. It's weird. I'm a new face with decades worth of experience and wisdom. It's a weird thing to try to explain musically. So I can only that's the other thing that makes this album so unique for me. This is one of Nas's most grown up sounding albums. He really tracked his growth. And not just growth, his portfolio, but overall a sense of maturity. He even had to, again, we'll get into it in a second, but yeah, I completely get you. I completely get you, and I agree. Mr. Mecca, when it's Busta Rhymes doing an album. I thought I covered this. Maybe you just wrote it. Maybe you just said it again. It's on the way. He's got the music ain't the problem. He's pulling up with some shit as usual. So yeah, but music's not the problem. The music, there is no problem. The music's ready. Just give it a second. He's gonna cook. Definitely this year coming. Okay, Shiloh. No, I'm seriously wondering whether mixing and mastering might be impacting how some folks experience the production. Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't. But we'll never know. You know what I mean? Mixing and mastering is the kind of thing that if you have the ear for it, then you get it. But if you don't, you may not notice. You don't know that it's supposed to sound different because you didn't hear it mixed a certain way and mastered a certain way. And who knows? I kind of trust Premier's ear when it comes to mixing and mastering. So I'm assuming it's a safe bet that however it came out is the way that they wanted it to come out. So yeah, could be. Kevin Campbell, I need Calvin Campbell. I need you over here on Remo. I need both of y'all over here on YouTube. Anybody know the name of his YouTube channel? It's it's at the top of my page. It's Mr. Mech. It's Mech Rashawn. There's a link in the bio of my on Instagram. Just pull up. It's right there. Same name. You just search Mech Rashawn or search Mr. Mech and the live symbol will pop up. You'll see me right over there. Yeah, Mech Rashawn. Thank you. There it is. Mocha, appreciate you. Mocha looking out. I gotta get better with all of this stuff. I do. I have to get better with all of this. I'm not even mad at you. I gotta get better. Peace to the gods. Yeah, man. Salute. Everybody pull up on YouTube. Mech Rashawn over on YouTube. Rashawn is spelled with an A. R-A-S-A. And oh, hey, if you're not following me over here, please make sure you do. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do like and share. All that fly shit that you always hear all the YouTubers say when they're doing their 1-2. I need all that. I need all that. I need all that motion. DJ all day. Next listener, now I'm behind on the other show. I feel music evolves. Siri, yes, it does. Oh, wait, Shiloh, I didn't mean it. If you're bitching about Preem's beats, it's because you haven't been paying attention to how his sound has changed over the years. You're expecting him to give you group home beats from the 90s. Shiloh, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think there are people who that expectation was built up around a very specific time frame, and they were expecting a full album of that. And while I completely respect and understand nostalgia, people grow. Queen grows. Nas grew. Nas grew. He's doing some things on this album that aren't his normal moniker. It's all fire, but he's definitely doing some different shit. He grew. The lyrics are different. He's not talking about pulling guns out on guns. He kind of is, but not really. Not Nasir. He's officially like grown, and he showed it. Premier has to be allowed to do the exact same thing. And if you're disappointed that he didn't give you Premier 1990, whatever, that's on you. That's a you thing. You're really not allowed to shit on the project because it didn't give you what you expected him to do, which was stay stagnant. That's ridiculous. Shiloh's right. If you paid attention, you'd see the growth. It's not like he hid it from anybody. You'd see it if you were looking, but you must not have been looking. If that's your critique on this album, that the beats, blah, 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 but you haven't been paying attention. He hasn't been on that. He's been growing. It's an evolution. It's like when you look at a kid picture of yourself, in your mind you haven't changed, but then you see that kid picture, it's like, holy shit, I do look different. Same thing. You just gotta be, but you have to look. The change is gradual, but it's there. I got so much I can say about this, man. It's hard to cover over text. Yeah, Shiloh, I get you. If I could figure out how to bring you up live, we would actually. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that with a couple of different people. Next time, I think I'm gonna do this on StreamYard and then pull it over here. There's a way to do that. I have to do that. I have to do that. I have to do that. Listen to the new Sky Zoo project when you have a chance. It's really good. Sky Zoo is really good. 777 NYC. I like the album. I dig it. Me too. Yeah, we don't expect BB King to sound like whatever is hot on the charts. Preem does Preem. Third Aisha. Exactly. We shouldn't expect. There's a certain thing called standards. Standards aren't supposed to switch with the times. They're supposed to remain in spite of them. That's why they're standards. We shouldn't expect anybody to compromise their standards in order to fit in with, like you said, what's hot. What's hot changes. What's dope never does. We know dope when we hear dope as hip hop heads. Oh, somebody is writing their ass off over here on Instagram. Calvin, put this on YouTube, bro. Come on over here. And you the homie. Like, come on, bro. At this point, you the homie. Everybody who's joining over here on IG, I need to see you on YouTube. Mr. Prolific, YouTube, everybody. Links at the top. Come on over here. I want to see all these, but I want to see them over here. Yeah, Sky Zoo. Let's keep it on nines and But yes, I'm never gonna. Sky is from my class. Sky is from my class. There was a group of us running around 10 NYC up, and Sky was directly in my same class. It was Sky Zoo, Shy Stimuli, a kid named Donnie Goins, Torre, one of the dignitaries of Coney Island, Torre. We were outside at the exact same time. Mickey Fax, those dudes was in my class, and Sky was nice then. Sky was a problem then, and he's grown. He's not the same as he used to be. He's grown. Maturity has hit him in a bunch of different ways, and his pen got nicer. We have to allow our artists to change. But if you just listen to Sky from like the early 2000s and listen to him now, you might be pissed off because he's gotten complicated. He has not dumbed it down, and none of us should. The mind is supposed to keep up, not stay stagnant. Stagnation is never a state easily maintained. It's supposed to. You're not supposed to be there. You stagnate when you're dead. As long as you're alive, you're supposed to grow and evolve. And Sky's allowed to do that. William is allowed to do that. Nas is allowed to do that. Busta Rhymes is allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that. I'm allowed to. Yes, it's his style updated for him. By the way, not updated in the sense of a modern trap or drill sound. He said it many times already. The scratch will always be there as well as the boom bap. And it fucking should. And it fucking should. Thank God we have somebody who's still scratching on albums as well as he is during the beat. If I can get a scratch hook out of Preem, if I ever get a scratch hook out of Preem, y'all ain't gonna be able to talk to me for like a month. I ain't gonna want to hear nothing from nobody. You won't be able to tell me nothing. Premier scratch, I got a Premier scratch hook. Everybody can shut the fuck up. Everybody, everybody can shut the fuck up. My mama gonna be on mute for at least a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. And I third issue, you're right on track with that statement. I agree. In fact, did you watch him on Nas and Joe Budden's interview? No, I did not. No, I did not. I'm a little salty that I didn't get that interview. Oh man, I'm bullshitting. I've interviewed Nas already. I've interviewed Cream too, but I have not interviewed them together. I'm bullshitting. But I haven't watched it yet. Mondays are always my busiest day. Meccahnism Monday and getting the week together. It's always a wild day. I have to sit down and like really get into it, and it's going to get even busier because I'm going to be doing this every Monday from here on out. This is going to be one of those things. So this is totally happening. Like and share, folks. Like and share over here on YouTube. Like and share. Let everybody know what's cracking. Like and share. Spread this around. I need this to pick up. Makes it worth pulling back up. But I'm going to do my part and be more consistent over here. I know I have to. It's on me. It's me being accountability man. Pulling back up here at least 3 times a week. So probably Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll be pulling back around here. We can discuss these albums and like really get into it. And then I'm going to start bringing people up so we can have those discussions with you. So I can have those discussions with you because I don't know if you guys have noticed. I know you guys have probably noticed over here on Instagram. By the way, everybody on Instagram, salute, but I need you to come over here on YouTube. Spoon, what up? Pull up on YouTube. The links at the top of my bio. We posted you on my IG stories. Oh, Mocha, I appreciate that. You mean the freestyle? Oh, man. Big salute. Shout out to the good folks over at On Radar. Shout out to the good folks over at Chinatown Sound. Shout out to the brothers at the Punchline Academy for having me on and letting me do my one too. Everybody on Instagram know. Pull up on YouTube. Mr. Meccahnism is how you find me. Come on over. I'm live right now, and this is where the questions are getting answered. I completely forgot what the fuck I was saying before I went over it. Okay, never mind. It's not updated. Right. Did I shoot past everybody? No, I didn't. Want to hear another Barrel Brothers project from Skyzilla and Torre? Yo, DJ all day. We got a group that we're talking about. We got a collab project that we're talking about. Nah, I'm not mad. Shout out to Sky and Torre. Those are my dudes. We're talking a 20-year gap from when they first announced shit in Scratch Mag. Shout out to Jerry Barrow, who was the editor-in-chief of Scratch Magazine, and he did that. That was one of his babies as far as that issue was concerned. And yes, again, 20 years, people have been waiting for this album to pull up. There was no way it was going to be able to keep up with everybody's expectations. Let's see. Third Aisha, I respectfully disagree with your point that people might not recognize the details of mixing and mastering, so it's a non-issue. My point was people might hate the production when it was another issue. Well, I didn't say it was a non-issue, but I am saying that as far as mixing and mastering is concerned, I can only assume that it sounds the way Premiere wanted it to sound. Nas isn't exactly a slouch when it comes to how it sounds either. So I hear where you're coming from, but I can't consider that. I can't consider that it sounds the way they want it to. So how you're hearing it is how they want you to hear it. So I mean, whether it would sound different if it was mixed and mastered, would it sound different if it was mixed and mastered different? Absolutely, but it doesn't because this is how they want it to sound. There's no way it was ever going to sound the way it would have sounded back then. Shiloh, you're right. Dude, what's up with Buster versus bro? I don't think that's ever going to happen. I really want to stay on the Nas and the Nas and Preem now. I really want to stay on light years, but to answer your question, I'm not sure Buster versus is ever going to happen because a lot of people don't want it. Really. Sorry, not sorry. We've personally tried and we have not been able to get people to sign up. Excuse me. They start taking a look at that catalog and decide it just ain't worth it. Don't know what to tell you. Lord Sear, what up? Come over to YouTube, King. The Real Rap Prospect T200, a song dedicated to graffiti writers. It was much needed. YouTube, everybody. YouTube. Meccahnism on YouTube. Pull up. I see that you're over here, but I want you over there. This is where the conversation is at. I know I'm missing questions over here, but I want Lord Sear, love the out. Yes, bro. Lord, come on, Sear, you know. Come on over here to YouTube, man, so we can talk. Click on your name, see it. Okay, I got you on that. Give me a second. Go live more often. Sure, King. I got you. Yes. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's looking like it's going to be a regular thing for me. I love my time capsule music, but we glow and glow. In the words of Hov, niggas want my old shit, buy my old album. You can always go play that stuff. But artists don't sit still. Not the good ones. You imagine how corny it would be. Imagine how corny it would be if every aspect of the music, of the sound, every aspect didn't change. Imagine how lame that would be if we were listening to the same thing now that we were listening to in '96. Can you picture that? That's awful. It's awful. And they'd have reason to shit on hip hop if we moved at that slow of a pace, if nothing evolved. They'd have reason to say we were all the things they say about us. Gotta grow. Gotta grow. Oh, got you on that. Good idea. It's a good album, but you can tell that they had to change some ideas that they had rather it was due or whether it was due to issues or they ran out of time. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Not everything you record for the album makes the album once you start putting it together. I can say that. Working in a CUNY, I was working out of the gym with the kiddos, and I got into a discussion about recyclable niche music versus classics and music with substance. That must have been interesting because you're talking to people who are not old enough yet to appreciate classics. They've never seen them. They only know the word. They don't know what it entails. They haven't lived long enough to really get into what a classic is. B74, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Subscribe, please. My follower account should definitely, my subscriber count should definitely go up after I get out of here. If I'm doing this right. So, but please come fuck it. I'm gonna be here more often. I need to take care of this section of life. Love to hear you on a Supreme track. What would it take to get you on a Supreme track? Send me one that's dope. That's nice. That is not a thing. That is not a thing. Definitely. Mac, you have been cooking. I'm definitely looking forward to the project. I appreciate that, bro. Who said, wait, let me shout you out. Jamie Martinez. I appreciate you, King. I got you. Yeah, Jimmy Martinez, 25, 20, 252B. That's a B. I got you. I got you. And thank you. Thank you, buddy. I'm coming. Pause. Damn, cat. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Like, share, and subscribe. If it sounded like something from back in the day, we would be a little disappointed and maybe bored and wonder why he's not changed. Calvin Campbell, I completely agree. That would be all the critique, and it would be warranted. I need Sia to give me a part-time job. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. Hey, listen, don't block the blessing. If you need a job, shit, she can give me a job. He works at Sirius. Better call me if there's a paycheck up there to get. You better holler. T.I. and Young Joe versus Busta and Spliff might be fire. That would not work at all. That would totally not work. But I'd be down to see it. I'd be down to see it. Uncle Jess 80s. T.I. and Dro versus Busta and Spliff. Here's the thing. You may not remember, but you can go Google this. You can go Google this. Wait a minute. I'm trying not to get sidetracked. You can go Google this. Busta actually answered T.I.'s original challenge to New York City MCs. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to tell you, go look it up, and you can go see that for yourself. I don't even have to speak on it. Do we have a top 5 digital magazine? I don't. I should look more, but I don't. I said in 20 years, other than nostalgia, you really gonna vibe out to these songs or shake your head at the fact that you blasted certain tunes? We had to explain difference between digging production versus song as a whole. That's Siri explaining his conversation with the 20-year-olds in his gym. Talk to him. Talk to him. Don't fold up. Talk to him. Talk to him. Locust 09, peace, salute. Welcome here. Calvin Campbell, I know I shouted you out over here, but I'm shouting you over here. Salute to you. Thank you for popping up. I know there's a time difference. Would you please mind doing this a little earlier, please? It's almost 2 a.m. Almost 2 a.m. Calvin, where the fuck are you? Where are you? All this time I've been thinking you was on the East Coast. Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. Nas and Primo Foundation and Hip Hop LP and DJ Scratchy. Yep, I agree with you, King. Miss Benzo, peace. Nas did 6 albums with Hit Boy, and respect to him, but Cream brings out the best of Nas. This was alluded to even in the Joe Budden interview. I can see that. The best is subjective. However, the Nas that people know and love, Nas definitely goes a little different on a Primo track. I can't even argue with that. I definitely can't argue that. Question: if you could pick any artist right now, who would you jump on a track with, past and present? Black Thought, because I want the challenge. Toby Negwiwe, present, for the exact same reason, and because I really dig what he does. And here's a name that's gonna fuck you up. D'Angelo. I'm actually hoping to get. I'm just gonna say this. I'm actually hoping to get famous enough to where I can get my hands on like some unreleased D'Angelo joint and just put out a song with the dude. I'm mad that I didn't get the chance, and I'm hoping I could. So, yeah, great question. Thank you, Calvin. Great question. Maybe you can do it in the Discord so that way we can both hear you and Shiloh's convo. I think that might be the wave. Shiloh, if you're down to run this back on Wednesday, maybe we do it in the Discord and we get it popping. Because that's not a bad idea at all. And I want that would be dope. Okay. Sorry, Mac, I got one last relevant hip-hop fact. This day, 33 years ago, December 15th, 1982, Dr. Dre dropped The Chronic. And we have yet to see Detox 33 years later. The fact that we even know the name of that album and we've never seen it should tell you everything you need to know. Speaking of Hit Boy, and this is what I'm talking about expectations. I have to believe, I've never spoken to Dr. Dre, but I have to believe one of the reasons he's never let us hear that album as it's supposed to be is because it's impossible for it to live up to expectations now. It's impossible. There's no way. There's no way. Motherfuckers would have to crack. It would have to do Thriller type. It would have to get Thriller levels of attention, respect, and love across the board for Detox to be what people expect it to be. It would have to. And I don't even know if that's possible in the ADHD generation that we have running around. I don't know if the TikTok crowd is even going to get it. The Discord, I don't know if they'll get it. We got people who were screaming, "Who the fuck is Killer Mike?" when he swept the Grammys, and I don't know if it'll be appreciated the way that it should be. Yeah, Missionary didn't do Mocha. I need you over here on. I need you over here on YouTube. I see you dropping gems, but I need the people to see it over here. Come on over to YouTube now. I only got this up to tell y'all that I'm over here on YouTube. That's the only reason why this is even running, because YouTube is where it's at. And I want you guys to I want the Instagram crowd to be used to what I'm going to be doing on YouTube. So, oh, you're already on YouTube. You're just being like, oh, you see, speaking of Hit Boy, Run With Nas is historical, and Hit Boy brought a different energy to Nas' catalog overall. Always dug Nas' production for what it was an answer to the critics. Harrington J, I get you. I get you, definitely. Shiloh, just throwing this out there too, something to consider. You can be a Nas fan and not be a hip hop fan. Same way you can be an Eminem fan and not be a hip hop fan. That's true. That's true. But I would. My only pushback is I would say that the majority of Nas fans are hip hop heads. But I do think you can definitely appreciate him on a rap level too, on a purely music level. But he's going to lose you when he starts dropping all those cultural references. Once he starts talking about graffiti and female MCs that you may not have heard of, and he starts dropping names of just in that, he's probably going to lose you, because Nas is cultural as shit. He's hip hop as fuck. So he's probably going to lose you with a couple of those things. But Shiloh, you're right. You're right. You definitely can be. With your bars, you need to be on that motherfucking Killer Tape network. Put me on. Show me what we're talking about. So as far as Premiere goes, he added the cherry on top. Exactly, Mac. You right, though. Never block an unexpected blessing. That's all I'm saying. If the man gives you a job, shoot it down for it. I'm laughing out loud that shit, especially if you want a job. Shit, Trump in office. We all could use. I tell you what, if Sear offered me that job before he offered it to you, I'm taking it. You're going to be assed out like a fat chicken in the thong. I'm going to get it. I bet you remember that. Pull it up. Yes, Uncle Jess. Go look. Bus doing an interview with Fat Joe talking about the whole T.I. thing. Go. It's not even for Oh, that's Angel. My bad. You see the name? It says stuff. Oh, my bad. Bus jumping on verses will never happen, because despite people saying that they would do it, they won't, because they're scared they would be beat up. You're right. You're right. That's all I'm saying. I'm from the UK, but a massive fan and appreciate of all you do. Yo, Calvin, I had no idea. It's fucking 2:00 in the morning. Yo, salute to you, bro. I didn't know that's where you were at. All this time, I thought you were like in Philly or something. Sheesh. Shout out to the UK. I didn't know anybody over there was checking for me. Thank you. He does sound. He definitely sounds different on a premium album, Uncle Jess. Yeah, I see you. Those are really good picks, and I can see why. Thank you, bro. I heard you're going to be taking over Hot 97 morning show. You ain't hear no shit like that. You ain't hear no shit like that. Why? Because they're not smart enough to hire somebody like me. Hot 97 is not smart. If they were smart, they'd do it. They're also not cultural anymore, and you can kind of tell by the direction that it's going. They're just not. So I want Buster versus M. Charles Dickens. With the bro, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I wanted Buster versus M. That's what I wanted. That was the verses I was going for. Once we couldn't get it with Snoop, let's just go get M. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see that happen too. Do you think, as a producer, does he still have that in him to make an album like that? And that's not a diss. Yes. Yes, I do, Calvin. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think a master can go into a bag and show us something that is unexpected, and that's what makes him a master. I absolutely agree. Mr. Mac, what are the standout tracks for you and why? I don't know if I should answer that question yet. Fuck it. Nasty Esco Nasir, definitely. I can't stop playing. I can't stop playing New York State of Mind 3. Can't stop playing that record. That beat is so crazy. And then the Billy Joel guys. I don't know if you know, but I'm a Knicks fan. I don't know if you've ever been to a Knicks game, but when they win, that's the song that they play or if they lose, they've lost too, but they play New York State of Mind, the Billy Joel version every time, and it's to hear that come out on New York State of Mind 3. I've been kicking that beat in my head all day. So yes, those are a couple of standout tracks. You shouted out our queen Jean and Hurricane G. Yep, yep, yep. As he should have. I'm only mad that he left out members of the Anomalies. Cree definitely should have got a shot along with the Anomalies crew. He could have said the Anomalies and I'd have been happy. I'm mad he left them out. But you know, nobody's perfect. 57 years here at Mech. When Nas named all the female MCs, I knew everyone. First record I ever bought was Rapper's Delight. I salute you with both hands. You get. I salute you with both hands. Shiloh. I put a whole post on IG this morning going at people and their dumb expectations, and Queen called me right after to tell me to relax and not to let haters get to me. Yeah, but that's Shiloh. That's the composure of a legend. That's the composure of a legend. That's iconic composure. We should all hope to, and another sign of pure evolution. That's the composure of a legend. I'm not even mad at you. I get it. I think I got one unreleased track from Detox, and it was Dre, Kendrick, and Jeremiah. After that, the Compton album came out. Miss Benzo, I'm gonna put you on to something. Um, I believe we've heard Detox in a couple of different albums. I think we've heard Detox on the Compton album. I think we've heard it in on Kendrick's project, and I think we've heard Detox elements of Detox on Missionary and the Game project. I think we've heard Detox leaking out throughout the years. I'm not sure we'll ever hear it in its entirety the way it's supposed to be. Miss Mooney, hey, lady, hey, lady. Hot 97 with Mecca, but do they want that heat? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course, if that was the case, I'd have been there. I've been to Hot 97. I'm not exactly hard to find. If they wanted to do some real shit, they could have contacted me. And that goes for everybody. That goes for everybody. When they want to do some real shit, they know how to find me. The fact that they have not means they do not. And that's all I got to say about that. Name the first two artists you would want to do a project. A whole project. Rappers, producers, singers. Be specific, Eric Monk. Be specific. Rappers, producers, singers. Like be specific, and I'll answer that question. I wonder what that clearance costs. Yeah, I don't even want to hurt myself. Louder neck talk about it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Salute Mecca, Nas, and AZ might come out with an EP, hopefully. Mook the Villain. This isn't a flex, but this is real shit. I texted, and Shiloh can probably back me up if he goes and asks. I texted Premier and I texted AZ and told them both the exact same thing. We need that full project from Nas and AZ. That's definitely an overdue joint. We've been. They ain't even got to do a full album for me. Give me 7 records. Do an EP. Just give me 7. That's the God number anyway. Go on do 7. That's what I'm doing with a producer who I won't name until we put something actually together. But I'm doing 7 with somebody. Just going give us 7, because the way they floated over that is like, come on, man. Yeah, Nasty Esco Nasir fired. Yeah, that was one of my joints. Let's see here. Luke, I was thinking the same thing, but completely produced by ALC. Facts. I love to see y'all chopping it up with each other in the comments, by the way, just in case, just so you know. I love to see it. I love to see it. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm cooking for like an hour. Like, share, and subscribe, please. If you're over here on YouTube, let's go and keep this party going. I'm gonna start pulling up over here more often. 100%. 100%. I'm gonna start pulling up over here more often. Mocha, you are really being a Brimstone. Pull up on YouTube. I'm over here on YouTube. This is where all the conversation is taking place on YouTube. Pull up over here, please. No, I bet you they didn't. I bet you they didn't. Allow me to get to that question. Absolutely. I just told Kareem that I'm a passionate maniac and I show love with my whole heart. Shiloh, I think anybody who knows you knows that. And he's lucky to have somebody like that. We're all lucky if we got somebody like that in our corner. I want somebody to ride for me, bro. I get like a couple of people popping out on my freestyle saying some shit like in the comment section, and I'll think about like if I'm gonna respond and how I'm gonna respond, and then there are a couple people who go over there and just start ragging on my critics. Like, and these aren't even critics; they don't have any like criticism; they're just haters. This one cat went at me, and somebody, a dude told him, "Yo, next time you pop shit about somebody better than you, make sure your page is private." I almost pissed my pants laughing. But this is not about me, but I wanted to share that. I almost pissed my pants laughing. The last time I looked, they were still going back and forth. It was insane. Shiloh, we all need somebody like that in our corner. And it's even better when that person's a friend. So 100%. Whatever it is, you keep doing how you do. What would have been crazy is if Nas could have brought all the original producers from Illmatic to produce another project. Yo, Crago, Google's B. I'd be here for that. But, do you make an Illmatic 2? Do you make an Illmatic 2, or do you not even touch that? I submit that that album may or may not happen. Good chance that it wouldn't, mostly because these people would not want to try and top their old work. They wouldn't want to try and reimagine what they've done. They wouldn't want to try and outdo what they've already done. I see the idea, and I'm not mad, but I can totally understand Pete Rock looking at whose world is this? The world is yours, and just going, nah. And if you put all of those folks on the same album, they're all gonna Q-tip. You put them all in the same room and say, "Okay, here's what we're gonna do, fellas." They're all gonna look at it like, "Whoa, you trying to line us up?" I don't know which one of them would want to try and fuck with the original. Just saying that. And quietly, it almost feels like Preem gave us his version of Illmatic with this album. So I hear you, but that's crazy. That's just a concept. What do you think of the game saying he's the best West Coast rapper, and do you think he was being serious? I do think he was being serious. I do think he is supposed to think that, and I'm just gonna stop talking there. Facts, bro. Rappers that you respect and why? Rappers that I respect and why? That's a long list. I'll tell you this. I don't respect rappers. I respect MCs. I don't even think about rappers, but I respect the fuck out of MCs. And if you know the difference, you understand why I answer the question that way. Mac Nas addressed the project with AZ and the Button interview. Of course he fucking did. God damn it. Wonder if these same people who are criticizing Primo heard his production on the De La Soul album. No. I don't think these people listen to the De La Soul album. The answer is no, because if they had, they wouldn't have these same criticisms. They're just Nas fans. They may not be hip hop fans. They're probably just rap fans. No, the answer is no. The answer is no. I bet a dread that 90% of them did not go check for the De La Soul album, because I bet De La Soul fans aren't critiquing Primo's production. You didn't see that before now. No, the answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. Shout out to Arrington J, but no, the answer is no. Nico Blasting 3787. What version of Nas is your favorite? Nasty, Esco, Nasir. What other artists do you appreciate in their alter ego? I like Nasir. Nasir feels like, the combination. Feels like the ultimate, joining forces. I like Nasir. Because Nasir seems to do whatever the fuck he wants. He does everything. Nas did what he could. Esco did what he wanted. Esco did what looked cool, and Nasir just does everything. DJ all day, no Illmatic 2. I feel you. No Illmatic 2 ever. I feel you. Matter of fact, no fucking sequels. I feel you. Well, we've already had sequels. He did 3 King's Diseases and 3 Magics, but not the original catalog. I feel not the first catalog. I get you. Trust me, bro. You'll find out for yourself now that we're connected. I got you on that too. But I'm here for a reason. Need to end. Brimstone here. What up, Brim? Thank you for pulling up. Everybody who's over here on Instagram, pull up over on YouTube. This is where the conversation is happening. There's a link at the top of my bio, but it's Meccahnism if you're looking for me. Same name, same guy, same face, same place. I didn't mean to put that to me. Name 2 MCs you would want to do a project with. Name 2 producers you would want for each project. Wow. 2 MCs. Jesus, a full project. Well, see, it's not for me. It's not just a vanity thing. It's like who would I make the best music with? Who would I sound good with? The two of us together on the track would make sense and sound dope. I do a full album with Bus. Um, I do a full project with Bus, produced by like Rockwaller. Um, I do a I. I'd love to sit here and tell you that I would want to do a project with Nas. If I was just being greedy, if I was just like no holds barred, not for nothing, I do a full album with Common, produced by Pete Rock. I like the auditorium. I do a full joint with Common, produced by Pete Rock, because I already got a sample size of what that would look like. But if I was being just stupid, like just Bus with Rockwaller, Common with Pete Rock, and this is just stupid. You ready? This is just stupid. Just stupid. This is me and my ultimate greedy self with no regard for anybody else. Me, Nas, completely produced by Nas. That kind of fucked me up just to say. Just greedy. That's just me being just no concern for human life whatsoever. No concern for human life. That would be it. Um, I had to stop. I just needed a second. I see all the mind blowing emojis over here. Like, yeah, yeah, me, Cream. I mean, me, Nas, completely produced by Nas. That would be disgusting. And I'd go at his neck on every fucking verse. I'd be trying to wipe that man off the face of the fucking planet, because otherwise he's going to completely bury me. And I haven't even earned. I don't know if I've earned any of this. So that's why I said it's a complete pipe dream and total disregard for human life. But if that came up, forget it. Forget it. I respect Game for saying it, but that doesn't make it true. Calvin, I hear you. I got you. Um, Neck, did you check out the Mass Appeal pop up shop? No, no, I haven't, and I'm gonna try and go this week. I haven't. Um, I'm gonna try and go this week. Top artists with alter ego: Busta, Eminem, ODB, MF Doom. I respect the list. I respect the list. Back-to-back sequels are fine, but decades later, don't do it. Shiloh, I hate you. We're talking about the Illmatic, the possibility of an Illmatic 2 album. I get you. That'd be an interesting album with Common and Pete. Bars on bars. Yeah, again, I'd have to go at him because Common is Common. You know, he ain't playing. You know what he gonna do. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Um, of course, they didn't. And yes, De La fans are absolutely not critiquing Primo. Not in any negative way. They know what it is. Not raw. Shiloh, you know. Shiloh's a producer, by the way, everybody. Shiloh is a dope producer. You see what I almost did, and I'm not gonna do it. But Shiloh is gonna have news next year. There'll be a conversation to be had. And, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Um, I'd love to do an album with Jay Brown too, with another MC. Me, Jay Brown, and Black Thought. Me, Rottweiler, and Method Man. I'm just asking to get my ass kicked all over these suggestions. I'm just a masochist at this point. I think Apollo Brown and Nas would be a dope concept for a project. People sleep on Apollo. Nope. People who don't know sleep on Apollo. I'm gonna take this back to something I said at the very beginning of this live. You have to consider the source when you start bringing up these critiques and who's sleeping on who. Some of these people, consider the source. Some of these are rap fans. Y'all are having hip hop conversations with rap fans, and you fucking shouldn't. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't be having hip hop convos with rap fans. Why? Why would you do that? They're not talking the same language. There's something's happening over here. Thoughts on Brooklyn taking another L with Bobby Shmurda getting hands and feet put on it. Okay, bro, come on, man. Multitask, like your opinion on a lot of things. Get back on that podcast space too. Multitask, I like your opinion on a lot of things. Get back on that podcast. I'm coming. I'm pause. Jeez, damn it, Cat. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm pulling up. I'm definitely gonna get back on. I got it. The pod will be here next year. Just I fell back this year, so I didn't rush anything. If I'm gonna do it, I want to do it right. So the pod will be here next year. I'll make that announcement now. The pod will be here next year. Kay, why don't you pull up on YouTube? The conversation's happening on YouTube. But yes, I appreciate it and thank you. The pod will be here next year. Eric Monk, I can hear you in common. I'd like to hear you work with J Electronica, produced by Madlib, with Royce produced by Premier. And Royce produced by. Well, Royce and Premier have a group. Eric, just not shooting past the first thing, but just the don't pop up. Yeah, I got you. Royce and they're called Prime. They have 2 albums, and from what I understand, there might be a third one in the works. Premier is not quiet. Premier is not sitting still. That man is not stagnant. He's the polar fucking opposite of stagnant. That man is moving. He's getting it popping. But yeah, like me Common, but you want to hear me work with J Electronica, produced by Madlib. Let me get a couple of my joints out and work my way up to that. Only because it would need to make sense for everybody, right? I don't think Jay would just like. I don't think at this stage Jay would just volunteer to come fuck with me. Although he and I are super cool. Oh, me J Electronica, produced by David Banner. How about that? Or me and David Banner. Me and Killer Mike. Me, David Banner, and Killer Mike. Me, David Banner, and Killer Mike. I don't care who produces that. Me, David Banner, and Killer Mike. Produced by Organized Noise. Oh, rest in peace, Rico Wade. But I know there's some tracks. Oh, it's a Dilla production. See, y'all get me excited. I just start rambling all kinds of shit that I would just want to do. Shiloh, I gotta hear some of your joints. Yeah, you do, Miss Menzo. Yeah, you do. Mac, if Jay Dilla was still here, his production would, yeah. His production is legendary. Yes. I hopefully I'll have a story to tell. You put a pin in that comment. Who said that? Craig Googles me. Put a pin in that comment. Remember you said that. Remember you were here when you said it. Because I have hopefully I'll be able to run back around with the story. Just keep that in mind. That Prime album sounds way better than Light Years. They're doing 2 different things. Tony, why did you say that? What about one makes it better than the other? And while you're thinking about that answer or typing that answer, hardcore rap needs to make its way back. I think we can leave that right where it is. David Banner and Killer Mike, David Banner and Killer Mike would be insane. I completely agree. I miss when I used to see Pharaoh Monch in the neighborhood. How the fuck did I forget? Because Pharaoh scares the shit out of me. I'd still do it though. A Queens project, me, Pharaoh Monch, and Graph. He scared the shit out of me. But Pharaoh's spooky good. It got to be someone who can match your bar work. Yeah, I know. I know. Or not. Or not. Fuck it. I'll take it. I'll take a win. I'll take an easy win. Um, you and Ransom. Ransom doesn't like me. Ransom said something about me on the track one time. He said I know it all like Mecca. I don't think Ransom likes me. I've never met him. I've never met him, but I think I gave him the wrong impression on the show. I don't think Ransom likes me. I haven't. I heard the song. A couple people went and told me about it. I went and listened. It wasn't a diss, but he called me a know-it-all. So I don't. I'm not sure he'd be up to hopping on the track with me. I love it though because Ransom is a problem. But I don't think he. I don't. I'm not sure if that one's gonna happen. Um, that album sounds like Cream. Light Years sounds like he was trying to do something different. In my opinion. How is Pharaoh scary? Have you heard that man rhyme? Have you heard that man rhyme? I would like to hear you on a West Coast beat just to push you and see what you would come up with because I know you kill boom bap. What do you think? And pick the producer at West Coast. Battle Cat. Battle Cat, Redmatic, Daz. Daz, some of that funky shit. Daz. Oh! Uh uh King Karnov is what he used to call himself. Now he's Michael Coy. King Michael Coy. He's a West Coast producer. How could I fucking forget King Michael Coy? He's a fucking savage. He's a fucking savage. Yeah. 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 Those guys. Rascats. Rascats is the homie. His sons are the homies too. And I think that contrast would be dope. That's dope. Daz and Battle Cat. Yep. Yep. But Calvin, go check King Michael Coy. He used to call himself King Karnov. King Michael Coy. Go check him out. If you like those dudes, you'd fuck with that. You'd fuck with that. But I appreciate the push. I appreciate the push. Um, I thought you meant he owes me a verse and I'm scared to collect. That's dope, guys. And Battle Cat, you ever hear of Irk the Jerk from Oakland? Yes, I have heard of Irk the Jerk. I'm trying to think of what I've heard him do, but I know that name. Rascass is lit. Rascass is a professional problem. He's the original Kendrick. He was the original West Coast Golden Child. Original. He is a professional problem. Shout out to everybody over here on Instagram. I'm holding a conversation on YouTube. The link is in the bio. Everybody over here on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Please just like help me push this channel forward, and because I got to start pulling up over here a lot more often. And I apologize to everybody for not doing my part, but I'm gonna start locking in some time with everybody over here on YouTube, and after my expert opinion, there's so much happening in the YouTube space that I just decided I didn't want to fuck with it for a while, and that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not. I don't really believe in the word fair, but that's not cool. Why do that? And I wasn't even that sour. It's just I told myself I had better things to do, and that's a lie. There's really nothing. I don't have anything better to do than communicating one on one with like-minded individuals on some hip-hop shit that actually push the culture forward. I don't have anything better to do than that. There's not much better to do. So yeah, Queens get the money real quick. Salute. And somebody thought I was from Brooklyn. Sorry to disappoint. Can't claim me. South Jamaica Queens. We got first dibs on him. Mooney, you bugging. I had to do it. Okay, y'all are absolutely bugging over here, and I'm loving this. I'm loving the fact. Oh wait, hold on, Charlotte. And the track "Golden Child" was produced by who? DJ Premier. I rest my case. I rest my case. Ms. Mooney, no. I'm not in B. I'm not from BK. I was born in Queens. I'm South Jamaica, Queens. Absolutely 100%. But yes, guys, I hear you and Farrell on the track. I would love it, Siri. I would love it. I would love it, but that man is scary. Not scary as in I wouldn't do it, but that man is like he's really good, like really good, really good. That Daylight album is a masterpiece. Album of the year. If people got their head out of their asses, 100%, 100%. Carlo Esposito doing, I mean, come on, bro, come on, come on. Wish Dave was alive to see this, man. It really, rest in peace, Dave, rest in peace, True Glory. I really wish he was here, man. And I wish he was here for this part. I wish Prodigy was here for this part. Fun fact, I produced Scarecrow on the 13 album. Wow. Shiloh, you just don't run out of shit to shock the shit out of people with, huh? That's your job in here tonight. You're just gonna keep fucking people up with random facts that are crazy. The Clips too, though. Yeah. Clips album of the year, contention. Absolutely. Everybody shout out to Shiloh. Not only did Shiloh produce that track you just told you about, he also basically produced this little shindig we have in here. Because I was not thinking about doing this before he decided this is what I needed to do. You, Farrell, and Black Thought Fire. And would you do it? And who would produce? Me, Farrell, and Black Thought. I'd absolutely do that. I'd absolutely do that. There's no way I could say no to that. First of all, let me just say this. The way I rock in journalism, the way I rock on the podcast, that's the way I'm going to rock when it comes to music. And not to be, not to be brash and not to be arrogant and not to be any of that or conceited, because I'm definitely not any of those things. I don't come out the house for second place. So if I'm on a track with anybody, I'm not looking to come in second. That's not the school I was raised from. That's not how we're supposed to do anything. All MCs should be going after it when you get on the track, and I believe in competition without malice. So you never hear me say a bad word about anybody that I'm on the track with. But make no mistake, I don't leave out the house for second place. I'm on the track. I'm on the track. If you on the track, I'm on your ass. Pause. You get what I'm saying, Siri. No, are you talking about Farrell? Farrell really is scary. His verse on Medina with Smith and Wesson. Yeah, shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. You and Jizza. Oh, I would love it. I would love it. Mech and Elzai. I'm working on it. I'm working on it because Elzai is one of those professional problems that I'm talking about. That's a fucking MC. That man is a different kind of issue. I love that. You guys haven't shouted out anybody that I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, and this is exactly why I gotta pay y'all the kind of respect that I do, and why I need to pull up way more often, because this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly it. And if we were doing this during my podcasting run, which I'm going to bring back, but if we're doing this during my podcasting run, if we're going to start talking about music, I want this kind of thing. And let this be the original crew, like moving forward. This is exactly what I'm talking. Oh, Elzai. Oh man. Shout out to Elzai, bro. Shout out to Elzai. That dude is sick. And one of my favorites. And I hate to use the word underrated because he's only underrated by people who don't fucking deserve an opinion when we start talking about this real bar shit. Certain people don't deserve an opinion. You can have an opinion. You just, I don't, it's not even a matter of I don't respect it. I don't regard it. Some of these folks who talk, we start talking about MCs. Like, look at the people who are being mentioned in this chat. This is what I'm talking about. Jizza, Elzai, Pharaoh Mines. Look at who we're discussing. We're discussing, again, right there, top tier penmanship. This is what we're discussing. And you guys know. You guys know. You understand exactly what it is I'm talking about. This is it. This is exactly the shit. Jizza. Come on now. You think I'm gonna get this kind of conversation in these rap circles that I find myself in? Where people want to start telling me about who charted and how much they sold and all this other bullshit, like as if those numbers mean that the person actually has talent and not just a talented marketing team. You gotta miss me with that shit. I really need to start coming back over here more often because this is the group. This is it. This is it. I'm gonna cut this one. No, we can go for another 10 minutes. We can go for another 10 minutes. Real talk. Killer Priest just got busy on a couple of weeks ago on a song called "The Break." The joint was proper. Check it out, Jordan. I'm gonna do that. I didn't know Killer Priest dropped anything. From battle rap, Mickey Facts. Well, Mickey Facts, if you're talking about saying Mickey Facts is not he can battle rap, but that's where you may have known him, but that's not the guy I originally knew. Mickey was just an animal out the gate with these bars, and he's always been that. That's my homeboy, Mickey Facts. Okay. Oh, Crooked Eye. Don't. That's another scary ass. That's another scary ass dude. Crook. Literally the closer on the Slaughterhouse albums. Second to none. Second to none. I do that one too. And bring in Joel Ortiz so we can all dance. It'd be great. It'd be great. It'd be great. Okay, so I guess I'm not gonna keep y'all too much longer. But I will I guess I should speak on my feelings on the album in general. It's still early. I want to give it time to grow on me, which I believe it will. I don't think my first handful of listenings that I've had this entire weekend, because I know I've been playing it back and forth. Shiloh, chill, chill out. You stop that. My feelings on the album is I want to give it time to grow on me. I cannot stop playing. I can't stop playing the joint with him and AZ. I can't stop playing Third Childhood. I cannot stop playing New York State of Mind 3. Nasty Esco Nasir, just ringing off stupid. Junkie Track. The Junkie Track goes crazy. And again, I don't think I've and with that said, my story, your story. Thank you. That's why Thank you. I'm still pissed at that slaughterhouse. The whole slaughterhouse on dropping another album. Yeah, you're not more pissed than I am, Calvin. Believe that. You're not more pissed than I am. As a guy who helped start that group, you're not more pissed than I am. And knowing why it ended, you're not more pissed than I am. New York State of Mind 3 is. I'm gonna play that as soon as I hang this up. I think the album needs time to grow on me, so I have not rushed to judgment. I have not rushed to sit here and claim that it's. Hey, yo, what up, bro? We're over here on YouTube. I have not rushed to. Oh, like, share, and subscribe, please, on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe, everybody. Please do me a favor. I'm going to be back up here again on Wednesday, and we'll talk about another album or something else that's popping culturally. But like, share, and subscribe, please help me get this going. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where these kind of conversations are happening. Mech and Casual. Mech and Casual. I've never met him, but his style, chef's kiss. I would love that too. I would love that too. But yeah, as far as the Nas and Premier album is concerned, Light Years, I'm just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying it. I haven't jumped out the window to critique it. I haven't jumped out the window to tell everybody what I think about it. I'm telling y'all because it's y'all, but I'm not jumping out the window to shout from the rafters how I feel about it. The people involved with the album know exactly how I feel about it. And I don't think I've caught everything there is to catch. I think that's impossible with an album that's, at the time that I pressed play for the first time, it just came out. I haven't even been listening to it for a week yet. Like, a weekend ain't enough time for me to think I can catch every nuance and every song. I think this is the kind of album where a month from now, when it's in my rotation and it pops back up, I'm gonna have another favorite song for a different reason. I think that's this kind of album. You rapping over that New York beat. Who won't ever let me get my hands on this instrumental hard drive? Y'all are just I'm gonna disappear for like a month and then pop up with just floods. Just floods. I'll be like 30 pounds lighter. I won't have eaten anything. It's just thing off of water and water and drums and just go Ragnarok on everybody. Um, but yeah, I don't think they made this album, and this is my personal opinion. I don't think this album was made for the charts. I don't think it was made to get new fans. I don't think it was made to for like magazine cover, like to get them on the covers of magazines and have them sitting up there with the View and doing interviews on daytime talk. I think this album was for the heads, and I think the heads appreciate it. I think the heads fuck with it. Um, who here thinks Jay-Z is secretly working on a project to outdo Nas? That's funny. That's funny. Wouldn't surprise me though. And the competition is healthy. I'm with it. I'm completely with it. I hope he does. I hope hearing Nas and seeing Nas on this kind of run is the kind of thing that gets Hove motivated. I think whatever you need to do to find motivation to put out some fire shit, you should do. I'm with all of that. I'm not anti any of that. I don't have no problem with that. I hope he does. I hope he does. The whole year been for the heads for real. Who said that? Humanoid Typhoon 7. The whole year been for the heads. I agree with you. I agree with you. I think me and my people are having a great time. The industry is pissed off. Me and mine are having a ball. We got shit left, right, and center, and it's dope as fuck. I don't have any issue, not much of one, with what's been happening this year. Fuck it, the industry. I don't care about the industry. I'm a cultural advocate. The industry is just the thing that's wrapped itself around the culture. Right? I'm not over there. I'm not thinking about that shit. I'm about the culture. And the culture is having like a stellar fucking year. I'm with it. I'm with all of it. But again, my feelings on the album, I think it's made for those who appreciate it. And I think the people who are telling you they don't appreciate it, the people who are telling you they don't like it, the people who are going out of their way to be outwardly critical, verbally critical, like loud and critical, I think those people are trying to make a point. I think they're trying to make a statement. And I don't necessarily think it's something we really need to listen to. I think some of those people are telling on themselves. If you just rushed out to tell everybody what you think about it and never took the time to like really sit down with it. And like I said on Mechanism Monday, I actually have training to analyze an album faster than most people. More than it's not that's not a flex, but it's the truth. I had to make money, and we at my job, I was paid to do that. I learned how from masters at that skill, and I'm not rushing out the door to critique it. I probably could, and I'm not fucking going to. For I just want to enjoy it. How about that? How about just take the time to enjoy it as opposed to telling everybody what you think about it? Why not just enjoy it for a minute? Let it sink in. You'll probably hear some shit that you didn't hear before, which is what I'm looking forward to. I love music with the rewind factors. I want to hear some shit that I didn't catch on the first listen. And now I'm catching it on the second listen, the third listen, the fourth listen. Every time I've listened to this album, I keep picking up some new shit. And that's what I'm here for. That's the dope shit. Somebody dangle a carrot in front of 3 stacks to motivate him. I just want Andre to get out of his own way. Stop telling yourself that you're too old to do what you're doing. He's been leaning on that one since the first Source Awards when he gave an interview talking about like he didn't want to be 40 and rapping. Like he's been psyching himself out and telling himself that it's not a good look. And here we are in the age where ageism is literally getting its ass whooped, and one of the strongest advocates for that, a dude who is absolutely amazing and who could reframe this entire conversation. What the Clips did what the Clips did to ageism in that lane, he could do to ageism in his lane, which is a real hip hop head lane. He could really do that, and the fact that he won't, or the fact that he's telling himself he's too old to do it, it just it irritates me in a different kind of way. Just oh, it irks my nerves. I really wish you would stop. It's actually almost like back in the day when dope-ish is not in the mainstream and people are actually making dope music with real bars and proving that they can still do it, or new artists dropping fire. Yeah, it is like that. It does feel a lot like that. For those of us who are lucky enough to live through that, for those of us who are lucky enough to experience that time, this feels a lot like that. We got close with the blog era, but that didn't last long because the industry jumped all over it to smother it out. But the blog era was kind of like that too. Real spitters were just going after it. It was crazy. It was just crazy. Without jumping out the window, I was mortified that I didn't enjoy the Primo Beats. Mind you, DJ Premier is my favorite producer of all time. I've been confused since 12. Listen, Jordan Ray Allen, do us all a favor. This is not going to be as harsh as anybody thinks out I gave up on 3 stacks. He'd rather use his rap name to sell a flute album. Give him a second, he may come around, which is what I want you to do, Jordan. Give it a second. Before you've decided that you didn't like it, just live with it for a minute. Just let it rock. Just let it rock. Go find your favorite song and then just work it. And if that's too much hard work for you, I get it. I'm not beating you in the head. However, I would just recommend everybody, like, before you rush the judgment, just give it a second. It couldn't hurt. It's not going anywhere. You don't need to rush the judgment right now. Maybe this one specifically is an acquired taste. Maybe this wasn't meant for you to. Maybe it's not, instant gratification type album. Maybe you just let this one rock for a second and see how you feel. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Couldn't hurt. Just give it a second. Nas has proven that age is meaningless. He's 52 and his rapping ability is still impeccable. You know why? Because this is not sports. I don't understand why this doesn't sink in. This is not a physical thing. You're supposed to get sharper in the brain as you go. You're supposed to learn how to do it better. 10,000 hours. How many hours does Nas have? How many hundreds of thousands of hours does he have? He's supposed to get better, and we're supposed to enjoy that ride. We all are. Everybody is. That's why ageism in hip hop always piss me off. Granted, some people can get stuck in their styles, but that's a them thing, and they don't have to stay there if they don't want to. What's up, Mo? I see you. I see you with the hand raised. What up? Yeah, y'all. I just listen. I'm so anti ageism, especially since we're the only genre that does that dumb shit. Nas said it on the album. Ozzy Osbourne was still alive when he was making it. This dude still paints his nails black, and they still country stars. If they showed up in overalls with a cowboy hat, nobody would get mad at them. Listen. Hip hop is hip hop, bro. Hip hop is hip hop. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this ageism shit. It really seems to only exist. It only seems to exist to separate the OGs who know what they're talking about from the new cats who are just coming in the game, to keep the new cats from getting fucked over by all the same tricks that the OGs had to discover the hard way. And it only really seems to be perpetrated by grumpy cats who can't find their way back into the mainstream, or young cats who know they can't compete with these grown-ups and they need a way to undercut them. And that's corny. All sides of that are corny. Corny and completely fucking unnecessary. And the faster we do away with that dumb shit, the better off we'll all be. It's lame. We're the only ones doing it. It's just us. Super lame. But humanoid typhoon, we're gonna do ourselves a favor. We're not using the term old head anymore. These people. I worked and I had a temp job one time. In between writing assignments, I had a temp job at a dialysis clinic. I've seen what old looks like. These are not old people. I've seen old. Old 80, 70, 80, 90, upper 70s, 80 and 90. Okay, I'll give it to you then. These is grown men. This is grown. It's just grown. It's just an adult. It's just grown. I'm off the old head talk. Like, I've seen what an old head actually is. Anytime it's used in hip hop, it's used to discredit somebody who knows more than you, which is super corny. Rakim and Big Daddy Kane can still wrap circles around the new cats and people who try to age cap it. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. No one ever told BB King to put the guitar down because he had a great afro. Nobody ever told Maya Angelou to stop writing poems because she was walking with a cane. Like, that didn't happen. So why is anything that has to do with an artistic talent that you can sharpen and hone and excel in over the years, why is that happening in hip hop? When did we decide that was okay? Newsflash, we did. It was arranged and set up, and it's being used by people who want us separate from each other. They want that. It helps them out. Trust me. All right, that's enough ranting. I'm gonna shake the spot and get out of here because I haven't eaten anything all day, and it's time for me to fix that. Shiloh, holla. Well, Shiloh, you won't holler at me. You already know what we're doing. Side note: you, Rob Markman, and Doggy Diamonds need to take over that Hot 97 morning show. Jordan Ray Allen, they won't do it. They won't do it. They wouldn't do it. And I'm not talking about Doggy Diamonds, and I'm definitely not talking about Rob Markman. That's my man. We're talking about Hot 97. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. I don't even want to gas you. I don't even want to gas it. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. It's being taken over by people who have no concern for this culture whatsoever, like most of the music industry, which is why they're falling apart and why the culture continues to thrive. But that's a conversation for another time. I will be back here on Wednesday. I'm going to try and do it a little earlier so people like Calvin can get down. My UK brethren can pull up, and I'm not keeping them up at all hours in the morning. So it's like 2 a.m. Sorry, we're going to try and work that out for you, King. I got you. Sensei of Chicago. Oops. Got you. I can't. I got the mic in my hand. I'm going to turn this off. But yes, Wednesday, I'll be pulling back up here. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. My next move is to get this thing hot. So I got to be consistent. I need y'all to do your part. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread this around. 3 a.m. now. God. Bro, I am sorry. I am sorry. I hope you work from home. My bad. I am sorry. I hope the tea over there is stronger than what they say it is, because you're going to need something to stay up for the day. Good God. And it's Monday. Lord Jesus. Anyway, everybody be cool. I want y'all to send a shout out to Shiloh for lining this up. I want you to send a prayer out to Calvin Campbell, my man over here in the UK. They got him up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, watching my raggedy ass talking hip hop shit. And I will see all of you and more of you back here on Wednesday. We're going to start this going live thing. My album coming, my pod coming, everything on the way. Just get yourself together. But I need y'all to help me get this channel up and popping. So everybody who enjoyed my expert opinion, let them know that your boy has his own channel and he's going to start doing this thing. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. And yeah, man, let's run it up. Let's make it difficult. Let's make it really difficult for the frauds we have running around our culture. Let's apply some pressure. That's what I'm here to do. So as the numbers grow, the pressure does too. And I don't come out the house for second place. Everybody be good. See y'all back here on Wednesday. Peace. And now I gotta figure out how to stop this thing. Oh, it's right there. All right, later, y'all.